Actually just shuffle through this, or how about we'll just give it to you right now, your 5-day forecast. How about that? Still warm out there. Some clouds by Friday. By Saturday, we're cooling it down a little bit. And by Sunday, expecting low cloud cover into the forecast. By Monday, partly cloudy. But again, the big thing for tomorrow, it's still warm. We're into the mid-70s along the coast, so we're still looking at very nice weather. Earlier today, we got up to even 85 degrees in downtown, close to your record, which was 90. We actually set a record at the coast today. LAX got up to 81 degrees. So you set a record there. We got very close in other spots, and certainly we're well above average virtually everywhere today. We're probably going to do it again tomorrow. So we're going to have more on the forecast tomorrow, and we will tell you cooler weekend in store. More on that forecast coming up in just a little bit. And sunny and well above average for this time of year, at least for the next day, possibly for the next two. So we're going to have that 5-day forecast, and we'll recap that in just a minute. Getting a look right now outside, overlooking the Santa Monica Bay and the Santa Monica Pier right there, getting a shot from Saddle Peak. So just a gorgeous looking shot as always. 63 degrees right here at the broadcast center as we speak. 65 in Encino, Inglewood at 62, and downtown at 64. So as you can see, if you step outside, you could feel it's a mild night out there. We saw very warm temperatures. In fact, saw some record temperatures earlier today, or in fact, a record temperature for LAX. You broke the record, got up to 81 degrees. No surprise that everyone's still sitting into the 60s because earlier we were in the 80s. Take a look at this. Downtown got up to 85. Didn't quite break that record of 90, but certainly you got close, and average is about 69 degrees, so we were well above average, a good 16 degrees to be exact. And by tomorrow, we're still expecting above average temperatures. This is what we saw earlier today. Just a little recap of temperatures. Long Beach at 80, Palmdale got up to 73, Woodland Hills up to 86, and there's LAX, broke the record of 80 degrees, got up to 81. And for tomorrow, the Valley's still getting into the 80s. By Friday, we're into the 70s, Saturday and Sunday, expecting a little more cloud cover mixed in with some sunshine, and by Monday, expecting partly cloudy conditions. We're going to have more 5-day forecasts coming up in just a little bit. I will tell you, cooler this weekend, but still nice tomorrow, so we'll tell you exactly how nice it's going to be all around the Southland coming up in just a little bit. Lena Sylvia back to the 60s, valleys into the 60s, beaches into the 60s, as well as we head over to the deserts. Of course, a little cooler for you to the 40s, and the mountains into the 30s with clear conditions. Sunshine across the board tomorrow. We're doing it again. Not quite as warm as today, but still pretty warm. The valleys getting up into the 80s tomorrow, the basin into the upper 70s, the coast into the mid 70s, so beach weather all over again. The deserts into the upper 70s, and the mountains getting up into the upper 50s. Pretty good for the higher elevations considering the time of year as well. So we're a good 10 degrees above average, even 15 degrees in some spots by tomorrow. We're cooling it down, but we're still calling it very warm. We're still into the upper 70s, and that's going to be for the basin. We're still warm. A little cooler by Friday, but by cooler, we're still talking 70s and sunshine. Partly cloudy on Saturday, mild temperatures by Sunday, a little cloudier, a little cooler as we head into Monday, but we're back up into the 70s, so still pretty mild for you. Saturday being the coolest day of the week, today being the warmest day of the week. The high desert looking at sunshine through about Saturday with a little more cloud cover as we head into Sunday and Monday, but tomorrow we're getting into the upper 70s again. Did it that today, going to do it again tomorrow. And the coast looking at beach weather for tomorrow, mid 70s for you by the coast. A little bit of cloud cover as we head to Friday, more cooling as we head into Saturday, low clouds by Sunday, keeping it partly cloudy, but not too shabby as we head into Monday. So just a good looking forecast. And again, record set at LAX today and tomorrow, getting close, certainly above average. Lena Sylvia back. We're going to take it to our forecast here. The only thing we're really dealing with is just a little bit of fog and cloud cover. Starting to move into the coastline, eventually moving to the basin, and then finally making its way into the inland valleys into the overnight and morning hours by the afternoon. A little more sunshine for you. Temperatures right now into the 60s, 66 in downtown as we head over to Santa Ana. You're at 64, and Fullerton currently at 64 degrees. So earlier today, we got up to 79. That was 79 for downtown, a couple of degrees below average for this time of year. Record temperatures 97, so didn't get anywhere close to that, not getting anywhere close to that over the next few days. Do want to show you highs from earlier today. We cooled it down for the most part, but by cool, we were still into the 90s, the 80s, the 70s, actually a little warmer in just a couple of spots. So there are a few exceptions to the rule here, but for the most part, Anaheim, Palmdale, Hemet, Woodland Hills, all cooling down today. 90 degrees in Woodland Hills, Palmdale 97, downtown up to 79, in Santa Monica you got up to 71 degrees. So still warm, but eventually getting cooler and keeping that forecast pattern much the same. We're going to break that all down for you coming up in your 5-day forecast in just a little bit. Back to you. Santa Monica seeing a little fog right here on radar starting to make its way into the basin, into the inland spots as well. Inland Valley is expecting some fog first thing in the morning, mixing out by the afternoon. So temperatures right now into the 60s. You'll see 63 Westminster, 63 in Huntington Beach, and earlier today we got up to 79 in downtown. Average is 81, so we were a few degrees below average. We're going to continue to slip below average over the next few days. Temperatures today topping out to the 70s, the 80s, the 90s. Woodland Hills getting up to 90 degrees and pretty warm, but yesterday, if you remember, you were into the upper 90s, so it was certainly a bit cooler today. That cooling will continue as we head into the next few days, into the weekend, the first part of next week, below average temperatures. And on top of that, a little more cloud cover for you, and your 5-day forecast is going to illustrate just that. Just a quick peek at it really quick here. You'll see same thing goes, clouds and sun for the next few days. Same forecast pattern, very similar temperatures. By next week, still stuck in that pattern, then maybe some changes after Tuesday. Back to you. Pushing its way inland as we head through the next few hours here. As we head through the next few hours, temperatures into the 60s and staying to the 60s for the most part. That's because the fog's going to roll in. It's going to keep us insulated. So what happens there? Well, all that long wave radiation really can't escape with that cloud cover. So that's essentially what happens into the overnight hours, and that's why we stay pretty mild when we're foggy. But that could slow us down the way of, well, daytime heating tomorrow. We're going to see a little bit of sunshine by the afternoon, but foggy in the morning, so that could keep temperatures from getting a little warmer. So earlier today, we got up to 79 degrees. Average is about 81. We were a few degrees below average for this time of year. Record 97 degrees. Didn't get anywhere close to that in the basin, but Palmdale hitting 97 degrees. If you remember yesterday, we were into the triple digits for Palmdale. For Hemet, Woodland Hills got awfully close, but you got cooler today. You got up to 90, so not cool, but cooler. Got to remember that. A couple spots actually warmed up a degree or two, but that was really just sort of an anomaly. For the most part, everybody cooled down. Downtown got up to 79. Santa Monica up to 71 earlier today. And again, temperatures getting a little cooler. So we were a bit cooler today overall, and that cooling really continues over the next couple of days. As it does, we're expecting a little more cloud cover, and with that, we're going to see below average temperatures as we head into the next few days as well. Getting a look at your 5-day forecast for the valleys. You'll see a bit of sunshine, bit of cloud cover as well, but sunny by the afternoon with temperatures into the 80s across the board. Back to you. Means it could potentially be cooler over the next couple of days, but not cool by any stretch of imagination. There is still an excessive heat warning over the Coachella Valley and to our north as well over Kern County, closer to Bakersfield. But right here at home again, we're done with the warnings and advisories at this point. Still a little bit of moisture out there, but no severe thunderstorm cells, even though earlier today we did see that. We even saw a severe thunderstorm warning earlier this afternoon as lightning strikes started to come down. You'll see right here temperatures currently in the 70s, 80s, 90s, 81 in Valencia, 95 in Palmdale, 82 right now. That's for Downey, 71 in Palos Verdes, and over to Laguna Beach. We're currently at 90 degrees. I will tell you this weekend, though, still a hot one. Tell you how hot and when exactly we're really going to start to cool down. That's coming up in a little bit. Back to you. Degrees. That's right here at the Broadcast Center in Studio City. We're still looking at a few drops out there, but nothing severe at this point since it has cooled down a bit. The excessive heat warning for the Southland has expired with the exception of the Coachella Valley and to our north over Kern County. We're still looking at that warning in effect. You'll see Valencia, you're currently at 81. 81 in Downey, over to PV, 71 for you. 92 in Riverside, and as we head back over to Malibu, you're at 69 degrees, so a little cooler for us this evening. Very hot temperatures today. In fact, we set records across the board. Woodland Hills, you tied a record at 106. Lancaster, you broke a record at 109. Sandburg, 99. Palmdale, 109. Paso, 110. That's Paso Robles up on the Central Coast. Broke a record of 109. So pretty impressive earlier today. We had plenty of records. Didn't break a record or set a record in downtown, but you did get up to 89, and you were, well above average for this time of year. Record numbers about 99 degrees. Didn't get anywhere close to that. Over the next 24 hours, we're looking at more 60s, 70s in the morning hours. By the afternoon, we're up into the 80s under plenty of sunshine, and that's going to be for downtown. So technically, we will be a couple degrees cooler. Santa Monica getting up to 77, Anaheim 89, Palmdale 107, Riverside 101, and Woodland Hills, you're getting up to about 105 as we head into tomorrow afternoon. So today, we were talking numbers like 108, 109. So technically, yes, it's cooler out there, but we still have more cooling to go. And as we get a look at your 5-day forecast, you will notice a difference. The valleys in the Inland Empire in the triple digits by Tuesday. We're out of the triple digits. We're flirting with 100. And then by Wednesday, a little cooler. We're at about 98 degrees. As we get a look at one more 5-day forecast for you this evening, you're going to see right here for the Basin and for Orange County, 80s and pretty much keeping things in the 80s all week. But we're reintroducing rather, a little bit of cloud cover out there. And we are technically keeping temperatures below average as we head into your Tuesday and as we head into your Wednesday. Sharon and Lena, back to you. All along the coast as we head to Downey, we're at 81 degrees. Valencia at 81, and Riverside, you're currently at 91 degrees. As we get a look at radar right here, you're going to see just a little bit of moisture out there. Other than that, an excessive heat warning still in effect over the Coachella Valley and over Kern County, but mostly we're done with any warnings and advisories, at least at this point. Woodland Hills, you tied a record today at 106, Lancaster 109, Sandburg 99, Palmdale 109, and Paso Robles up on the Central Coast, you beat a record and got up to 110 degrees. Very impressive numbers for us earlier today. So the heat does continue. We're going to continue to see above average temperatures. Isolated thunderstorms still a potential in the forecast, and we are expecting some cooling ahead. As we head into the next couple of days, a little bit of cooling, but we're really going to start to feel it later in the week. You'll see 60s, 70s, and by the afternoon, we are up to the 80s. That's 86 degrees. That's going to be for downtown tomorrow. Santa Monica, 77. We're still above average, but we are shedding a few degrees. 107 in Palmdale and Woodland Hills, 105. Lena, Sharon, back to you. The broadcast center in Studio City. Temperatures right now in the 60s, 70s, 80s, a few 90s. 95 still in Palmdale. Actually broke a record there earlier. We'll have those in a minute. 75 in Downey and Palos Verdes set 69 degrees. Malibu in the 60s. A little bit of moisture left over out there. No thunderstorms, and that heat warning expired for us. Looks like there's still a heat warning in effect to the north over Kern County and the Coachella Valley also dealing with that heat warning. So still pretty hot there. Still hot here, but not as hot as today. We got up to 106 today in Woodland Hills. And yes, we tied a record there. Lancaster set a record at 109, Sandburg 99, Palmdale 109, and Paso Robles 110 degrees up on the Central Coast. Broke a record there. So hot temperatures continue. We're going to stay above average this weekend. We're shedding a degree or two, but it may not make a big difference, especially inland. Still a chance of an isolated thunderstorm or two with more cooling ahead. And with that, I want to show you your 5-day forecast. And you're going to see right here, we are looking at, well, a pretty warm forecast. In fact, still downright hot through Monday, and then we'll start to feel a difference, at least temperature-wise, as we head into your Tuesday and as we head into your Wednesday as well. As we get a look at one more 5-day forecast for the Basin and for Orange County, 80s pretty much all week long. We're above average. Once we get to the mid and lower 80s, well, we're eventually going to be below average. We're going to show you what it looks like at the coast coming up in just a little bit. Lena and Sylvia back into tomorrow afternoon, but right now nice and calm out there and nice and mild as well. We're in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. It's 94 in Palmdale, 83 in Valencia, over to Downey, 76 degrees, Malibu 67, Laguna Beach at 72, and Riverside, you're still at a very toasty 90 degrees. A little bit of moisture left over out there, but no severe storms at the moment. Could potentially see a few brew as we head to tomorrow afternoon. Heat warnings essentially out of the forecast at this point, with the exception of the Coachella Valley, and we are looking at some heat warnings to our north in Kern County. Woodland Hills, you tied a record temperature-wise today at 106, Lancaster 109, Sandburg 99, Palmdale 109 broke a record, and Paso Robles broke a record at a whopping 110 degrees. So the hot temperatures continue. Even though we're technically cooling it down over the next couple of days, we are still looking at above average temperatures, a chance of isolated thunderstorms for the mountains and the high desert, and yes, a little bit of cooling ahead in our forecast. Over the next 24 hours, 60s, 70s, and 80s. That's going to be for the Basin. 86 in downtown, Palmdale 107. Woodland Hills, you got up to 106 today. You're getting up to about 105 tomorrow. So technically, that is cooler, right? All right, well, for the Basin to Orange County, 80s pretty much lasting all week long. But by the end of the week, a little more cloud cover in low 80s. And here's the forecast for the coast, as we promised. Upper 70s turning to mid 70s, eventually turning to low 70s later in the work week. Lena and Sylvia, back.
Light rain, more like drizzle, produced from all the thick fog we're seeing in spots like San Bernardino and Riverside. Radar set for right now showing you just that. We again are dealing with that chance of drizzle As a result, we're looking at, well, cooler and cloudier conditions, that onshore flow really dominating the forecast. And again, all that means that sea breeze really starting to kick up, and it's bringing in the cloud cover, bringing in the cooler conditions, that chance of drizzle. But if you are looking for a warmer forecast, warming up just in time for Easter Sunday. But for now, temperatures into the 50s and 60s. Again, the fog rolling right back into the forecast. Burbank at 57 degrees, San Bernardino at 59. Riverside, you're currently at 55 degrees. And earlier today, well, we were still below average. We got a little warmer today, a little more sunshine. Not the case as we head into tomorrow. Got up to 70 today. Your average is 74, so about 4 degrees below average, far below record temperatures, and not getting close to record temperatures, at least not in the next 24 hours. We're talking 50s and 60s, and that's pretty much it. Cloudy conditions, that jet stream sagging down to our forecast is really just ushering in storm system after storm system. It's pushing that energy through, and with that, we're seeing onshore flow increase in our forecast area. All that means, as we mentioned earlier, cooler, cloudier, breezier conditions, and on top of that, potentially drizzly conditions over the next couple of days. Futurecast is showing you just that, a little bit of cloud cover pushing its way into the forecast. First thing tomorrow morning, looking at a little bit of light rain. You'll see that light green showing up on Futurecast, showing maybe just a few drops of rain, light drizzle more like it. And by the afternoon, just a bit of cloud cover along the coast, but we are dealing with drier conditions. And we're keeping things mostly dry. Again, just a bit of drizzle, light rain first thing in the morning, produced from all that thick marine layer, that thick cloud cover we're seeing first thing in the morning. But you'll see right here, we're starting to look at a little more sunshine by the time we hit Friday, more sunshine by Saturday, and warmer temperatures just in time